Right now on Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News, the impact Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders have had on our country and our Colorado is undeniable.
It's really touching to hear those stories of how their parents and their grandparents worked so hard for them to have a future here in America.
This Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we shed light on how those communities continue to shape Colorado today and future projects for all to enjoy.
It really helps us think about, what does it really mean when we are the ones that can share our stories?
We also share one man's lifelong struggle to preserve the stories of past injustices.
Welcome to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Fernando-Frescas.
And I'm Denver7's Micah Smith. Each week in a partnership between Denver7 and CPR, we have a real talk about issues impacting underrepresented people across Colorado and amplifying voices you may not always hear. May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, which celebrates and highlights the contributions those communities have made to our society.
So this year we wanted to take a look at what's happening right now in those communities and plans for the future. We'll also hear a first-hand account from someone who spent their life working to preserve Japanese internment camp history on Colorado soil.
For this episode of Real Talk, we are inside the Chinatown exhibit at History Colorado in downtown Denver, and through the collections and artifacts on display here, visitors are able to uncover history right here at home, while also learning about the work to continue preserving cultures for the future.
We're going to dive more into this exhibit later in the show and the process already in the works to continue showcasing untold stories. But we first want to start with something happening right now. There are efforts happening in our community to celebrate and preserve cultures while also supporting family-owned businesses. So joining us now is Mimi Luong from Denver's Far East Center on Federal Boulevard. Mimi, thank you so much for being here for this Real Talk.
Thank you for having me, and I'm excited to be here.
You manage the center, which is known as the heart of the Little Saigon Business District, and was recently recognized here in Denver. Tell us more about the milestone that happened recently.
Well, we just got recognized as the very first Asian plaza to be a historical designated landmark.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
And so what does that mean to have that designation, the importance of that for the community?
Well, it's huge for the community because it really shows the recognition and the hard work of what our community has went through, and the hardship of my parents and family members to build a community, a space, a hub for their people,
Yeah.
Mimi, you're a second-generation small business owner. Talk to us about the importance of making sure owners are supported and how that plays into preserving the community.
So I work a lot alongside with the city and trying to get resources for our community members that may not speak English as well. So maybe English is their second language. So we help them find some resources for some grants or loans or something during like COVID. Let's just say we were able to help them with that. Our community, we try to work with the city to help make that area more vibrant, more inviting, and bringing more tourism and just a space for others to come and enjoy this cultural area.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit about, for people who may not live in Denver, about the Far East Center. It is on Federal Boulevard. You see it clearly as you drive past. But for someone who maybe lives outside of the area, talk a little bit about it.
So the Far East Center itself has over 22 businesses in there, and it has restaurants, bakeries, gift shops, grocery, and other things like if you need to get your hair cut or acupuncture and your taxes done. So there's a lot of different businesses in the plaza, so it's a one-stop shop place. But it's not just only Far East Center. The whole Little Saigon corridor has like true authentic Vietnamese food and Chinese food and Thai, and so there's all sorts of cultural businesses owned by mom and pop shops, small business owners that are, trying to make their daily
like your parents.
Yes.
And like you, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know partnerships are really key to making the Far East Center function. Can you tell us about the partnership efforts and even events that benefit the area?
So my mom has always been like the spearhead of like starting the Lunar New Year. It's coming up 35 years of hosting Lunar New Year for the community, and it started out as just a small celebration for her customers and friends, and then now it has grown into a huge community event that brings tens and thousands of people into the plaza. And not only that, we have also partnered with other community members to host the Mid-Autumn Festival, Saigon Azteca, and the Mile High Trunk or Treat. So we try to like bring in all these like different celebrations to keep the area vibrant and welcoming.
And Little Saigon, naturally people think, the Vietnamese community, but is it more than that? Is it a melting pot of multiple cultures as well in that area?
It's a melting pot of multiple cultures. There's a huge Latino community, so there's like a huge Mexican community that hosts like Cinco de Mayo, Dia de los Muertos and stuff. But on top of that, it's a melting pot for like not just only Vietnamese, there's Chinese, Thai, Cambodian, like it's a huge community. And I would say that whole strip from Federal and Alameda down to Mississippi is like this huge melting pot of cultures.
I love it. There's always work that goes into preserving cultures. How do you see that work evolving and continuing to grow the community?
I would say educating the community, letting them learn more about these different holidays and celebrations and culture traditions, food, and all of that. We hosted a bunch of different workshops in the community and classes and storytelling, stuff like that. It helps educate them, but at the same time, letting them experience it and bringing them into this new area and checking out like Mid-Autumn Festival as like a international street food night market. So you're going to try like a bunch of amazing street food from all these different cultures, So it's a space to just come and try everything different.
Yeah. Mimi Luong from Denver's Far East Center, thank you so much for sharing. And coming up, we're going to continue the conversation with Mimi and Colorado Asian Pacific United on the work that went into this exhibit right here inside History Colorado.
This is Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Fernando-Frescas.
And I'm Denver7's Micah Smith. If you've ever wondered why May was chosen to celebrate Asian and Pacific Islander heritage, there are two main reasons. It marks the immigration of the first people of Japanese descent to the United States on May 7th, 1843. And it also marks the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad, which was completed mostly by Chinese workers.
As we recall these moments in our country's history, Colorado also played a role and holds forgotten stories that are now on display here inside History Colorado.
The exhibit is called Where is Denver's Chinatown? Stories Remembered, Reclaimed, Reimagined. Joining us now is Joey Ha from Colorado Asian Pacific United, who curated this exhibit. And we are also welcoming back Mimi Luong from Denver's Far East Center. Thank you so much for being here today. Joey, first question is for you. Tell us about the exhibit and its importance to not only the Asian American community, but for everyone.
Yeah, it's incredibly important we have this beautiful exhibition that was co-curated by both community members, descendant families, the amazing folks at History Colorado, and students to really tell the story of Denver's historic Chinatown, which no longer exists today. It was actually the largest one in the interior west, but when you walk down the area that used to be the Chinatown, there are no long-standing businesses, no architectural evidence that it used to be a Chinatown. So it's amazing to be able to really have a space in History Colorado to talk about this history that has truly been erased from our communities.
And Joey, what I think is so amazing that this was, like you said, co-curated. So you have family members, descendants of people who used to live in this area, coming on board, showing photographs, showing artifacts. I mean, how important is that to have that connection and not just someone going out in the community from a museum and saying, yeah, let's bring that back in?
Yeah, I think for so long, the stories that we did hear about our community were told by people that, weren't from our community. And then so by nature of it, it could be exotified, it could be othering, it could be told in a lens that was degrading. And to be able to do something like this in a co-curatorial practice truly is really unique, because now you have the descendant families that have true ties to the Chinatown. They are the ones actually telling their stories. And it really helps us think about, what does it really mean when we are the ones that can share our stories?
Yeah, I love the idea of reclaiming your story. Mimi, we've talked about the partnerships in the community that help preserve cultures and stories. How do exhibits like this also help that effort?
Well, these kind of exhibits shows what you can remember, the different artifacts, the different stories, and just letting the community know that there was a Chinatown, and letting the community know that come and see it with, with visuals, like pictures, and maybe the sightseeing of what it used to look like, what it is now, and maybe what the future could be.
And also, I'm assuming, bringing your family here and saying this is our history, and it is told by people who are in your community. That must be important as well.
Oh, it's amazing. So it's like my parents actually met the families that have a lot of their stories in this exhibit. And, it's touching. It's really touching to hear those like stories of how their parents and their grandparents worked so hard for them to have a future here in America and have their American dream of starting whatever business. And then now it's like a generational thing, and it has grown for what those family members are doing for their kids and their grandkids. So it's an ongoing thing, but we want to preserve all these amazing stories that goes on.
Mimi and Joey, both of you share that desire to remember and bring undertold stories to light, and there's a joint effort in the works for another exhibit to highlight the Little Saigon Business District. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot more work in the Little Saigon area. Both Mimi and I have really deep ties to it. So Kapu has been collecting oral histories. We're in the process of making a feature-length documentary. We're also doing some needs assessments in the community. And a really exciting thing that Mimi and I are working on together is an exhibition that's going to be open at History Colorado in October. And this one, it's really exciting because we're really paying homage to everything that Little Saigon meant for our community in the past, that it means now, and what legacy we really want it to be in the future, and how we want it continued for our families.
I feel like we are preserving these storytelling. Right this year, 2025 is the 50-year anniversary of the Saigon Fall. So my dad is the very first Vietnamese refugees that stepped foot into Denver on the Greyhound bus from Oklahoma to Colorado. And for him, it's very touching, to remember. 50 is a big number, but being able to share these stories, their experiences, the hardship, the life-changing moments of coming to an area that they don't speak the language, they look different, the food is different, everything is so different. How did they make America their home? How did America welcome them and gave them what they have today with all their hard work? It's not an easy journey for where they got here, and this is not just my story, it's many families in Colorado that has came here and has started their business, their lives, just to raise their family and be welcomed in America and become Americans themselves.
And Joey, with this exhibit here at History Colorado, there you can step inside a home of someone in the community. And I thought that it's so cool that you can step in and say, oh, there's a table, there's a medicine cabinet, there's things. And is that unique for something like this, an exhibit where you actually have the ability to go inside and see what it was like living in a home, as opposed to just, say, the businesses or the buildings or things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think really what we wanted to capture specifically with this interior space here was sort of like a sneak peek into what it was like to live here, a little bit of like a secret, right? Because when we think about Chinatowns across the United States in the past, we think often of the businesses and the restaurants, the laundromats, but we don't have as much information about how did people actually live. And because we have the descendant families, amazing Lung and Chin families that have those actual lived experiences, we were able to pull from them directly and actually have them decide, here's where we want, the medicine cabinets, and here's like my grandmother's dress, and here are the shoes, and really make this a space where it feels like a home.
I know we talk a lot about the past and the present. I do want to just briefly talk about the future. I'm noticing just a beautiful movement happening around young people of different cultures, and specifically in the Asian American Pacific Islander community, to just make sure that the culture is at the forefront and to make sure that there is this celebratory thing happening in a constant way. I just wanted to kind of gather your thoughts on just the future of the community and the next generation and how we carry this momentum forward.
Yeah, I think we really want to make sure that our cultures are preserved, and we're also able to sort of renegotiate and understand and explore what does it actually mean to be Asian American or Pacific Islander today? What does it mean when you're from the diaspora, when your family came here as refugees and then you grew up here, and like what is that feeling of being part of two worlds, and what is a culture generation that comes out of that? And so with the Little Saigon exhibition, we're also going to be talking about pop culture and how Little Saigon has historically and is currently sort of the heart of whenever you're wanting to look for anything trendy within the that's coming out of Asia, you can find it in Little Saigon. Like Mimi has a lot of amazing things from up and coming K-pop bands, and you can tell that she's really incorporating that in that work. And in the past, that's where you would get your trendy haircuts, which looking back were a bit silly. It was very bleached hair, very spiky, and we're hoping to really cover like what does it mean to start generating like culture as an Asian American here.
That's beautiful. Joey Ha from Colorado Asian Pacific United and Mimi Luong from Denver's Far East Center. Thank you so much for joining us for this Real Talk.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having us.
Well, coming up, a special look back at one man's lifelong fight to preserve a difficult part of Colorado's history and keep it alive.
This is Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Fernando-Frescas.
And I'm Denver7's Micah Smith. As we lift up the stories of Colorado's AAPI communities, we wanted to take a moment to remember someone who fought for years to keep the history of Colorado's Japanese internment camp from fading. We've moved around a little bit inside of History Colorado. Right now, we're actually inside an exhibit. It is a replica of a barrack you would have found at Amache, that internment camp.
Bob Fuchigami, a survivor of the Amache internment camp, passed away this year at 94 years old.
Following his death, senators and others lauded Fuchigami, saying, quote, "His grace, fortitude, and endless wisdom will leave a lasting legacy."
Bob was just 11 years old when he and his family were forced to leave their home in California and relocate to Granada, Colorado, to Amache in extreme southeast Colorado.
They gave us 6 days to get rid of everything we had. It was hard to do. I mean, you have a lifetime accumulation of things. They didn't tell us where we were going or what kind of conditions we were going to be in. When we were on the trains, they blocked off the windows so we couldn't see out, and so we really didn't know where we were, except we knew it was Colorado. They had told us that, Amache, the camp we were in, it was called the Granada Relocation Center, but they changed the name to Amache. And we arrived at night, and they kept us on the trains. It wasn't until the morning that we looked out, and there were some trucks there, and we had to get on the truck, and it was about a mile from the town of Grenada. So what we saw at first was just a whole bunch of barracks.
And what you were listening to and seeing there was a part of a story I did, a documentary with Bob many, many years ago. Still, it's hard to imagine what life was like for Bob, his family, and the more than 10,000 others who passed through Amache. But for him, he tried to make the best of his surroundings.
We tried to do what we could to make it into a community because, there's no one there to make it a community except us. Built a school. There were some so-called recreation buildings for each block, and it was not a great place to live.
Following the closure of Amache, Bob joined the Navy during the Korean War. He was asked during a speech at Regis University in Denver decades later why he served a country that imprisoned him for so many years.
And I said, that's a good question because I've been thinking about that. And I said, this is my country. I said, this is your country. This is our country. And when your country needs you to fight for your country, it seemed natural for me to serve.
Nathan, I think that's a love of country many of us would find hard to understand. And I think it's beautiful, and I think it speaks to the spirit of so many immigrants, so many people in our country, Americans, who have faced injustices and still love their country, even when their country isn't loving them back. Mm-hmm. While Bob was one of the most well-recognized fighting to make Amache a National Historic Site, he also was a well-known educator. And his obituary, it said, quote, Bob valued education, which equaled freedom to him, and his devotion to education and unwavering optimism were legendary.
What happened to us, for the reasons that they use, could happen to any other group. What they did to us was a part of American history. And history there's a tendency to repeat things if you don't record history.
Nathan, we both had the opportunity to interview Bob. You interviewed him several years before I did. What stuck out to you most about him?
His kindness to welcome me into his home and to explore that history that was painful to him, his family history, but he was so proud to tell that story, to lift up the story of his family and what it was like to live in a place just like this.
Absolutely. I think what stuck out to me is his loyalty to America, still loved his country, and his loyalty to Colorado, him feeling like there really was an effort to try to right a wrong that happened, and him feeling very welcomed in the Denver area. There was so much beauty that came out of his story, and even though he didn't want to ignore the pain, he wanted to make sure that everyone knew he was telling his story because he loved his country.
Yeah, and again, his love of education, of telling people that story. That's what he did after, years later, he was in education, and what he was doing to educate so many people across Colorado was just amazing to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that is this week's episode of Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. Every week, we have a Real Talk on issues that impact Coloradans who are often overlooked.
You can find all of our shows on denver7.com/realtalk or at cpr.org/realtalk. Have a great day.